Hey, we're live. Thank you guys so much for being on here. Just got done with our first live coaching call. It was close to an hour, but we're hoping to get those down super short. It'll just be focused on Q&A. Biggest thing for your clients is being like, hey, be sure to jump on the live call. Make sure you watch the weekly intro video, right? So that we don't have to actually do that intro every single call, right? If you're coaching private clients, you're kind of doing that education for them privately. But for our group clients, luckily the system's already built out, so you don't have to do that. We really want to focus on Q&A and getting those questions answered and, having some interaction time. I don't want to be a talking head. I tend to get stuck in that. So let's open up the floor. I know you guys had probably a lot of troubleshooting getting started. Thank you guys for your patience and your ability to work with those clients. This is the fun part. So, what kind of issues came up? What kind of issues do you guys want to work on resolving together? Like, this is the fun part. What's going on?
You know what, May? I want to bring up one thing real quick before we get started. Realize we're not going to be in the Google coaching community anymore. So everything is going to be inside the membership.
Yes, and thank you, Jill, so much. This, hopefully this week, we'll get that comments thread transitioned to a group thread. So we realized in getting the comments thread set up, it's great, but like, as a coach, I have no idea who's posting in there, why or when, right? So you're like, I don't even know. So we still want that like in-person, or like not in-person, but seemingly better connection with our clients. I know that Coach Kathy had put them in a Facebook group. Previously, I've put clients in a Google Hangout group, whatever is going to work for me and those clients. But what I'd like to do is give us a one-stop shop solution. Ultimately, we have two. Initially, is setting up just that thread as a group, so you can just go to the group and use it just like you would with the community, right? Whatever's going to work for me and those clients. Sorry, Lynn. Hey, it's good to see you on here. I was what do you call it? Getting feedback from you. Sorry. And then option 2 would be to have coaches be able to create their own groups inside the membership with their private clients or with their group clients, and that's my ideal. But what has to happen, and I keep mentioning this, and I'm gonna keep beating that dead horse, is making sure that our notifications and like settings and stuff are set up right. So we need to have it set up as an app, or at least the notifications come through on our phone. Because the biggest thing is I don't want to replace something that enables our coaches to get right back to our clients with something that doesn't, right? Cindy, great question. The question was, and you guys can chat in here too, how are we doing the group call outside Google? So for this program, you don't have to. So you don't have to at all. So do you mean this current group or your own groups, like in the future?
I mean, like now we're on Google. So is there going to be in the FitLife membership, is there going to be like this type of calling available outside of Google?
Yes. So what we have set up right now is a registration form, as you guys saw in the call we just did with the clients, and that's going to be the same format for the certification. What I want to do is keep our coaches group really personal. So our certified coaches group, really personal and interactive. For our group coaching group, like the one we're leading right now, we're going to keep it so they register from the membership and they get an email, just like how you guys saw it. And I want you guys to practice that. So register for the calls so you see what your clients see. You'll see that registration email, and they click on the link. And although, yes, it's in Google, they don't know that, right? It's Webinars on Air. It's a third-party app that allows them to ask questions and raise their hand, and it's kind of like a webinar format. So that's just a third-party app that we use to better conduct the calls, you could say. It's still Google Hangouts, right? But Webinars on Air puts a pretty face to it. So if you're watching it from a client's perspective, it looks a little bit more user-friendly, right? And there's not like the option to unmute yourself and destroy the call if there's like 100 clients on there, right? It'd be like a nightmare. I'd be like, everyone mute yourselves. There'd be like feedback everywhere. It'd be crazy situations. So that helps us control it. So Cindy, to answer your question, for group coaching and for the uncertified coaches group, since we're moving the certification over into the same format as the coaching group, we're going to have the webinars on air, sidebar registration every single week for the calls, and do the calls in that same format. And really, you know, only occasionally have folks on the call live, or bring on people one by one on the call live like we did with Sheila. So it's super cool we can do that, and we'd love to have you know, you guys join the call regularly, and then each week plan on having certain coaches live on the calls, and you guys can raise your hand and we'll bring you on live just like Sheila, but it'll be like this all of a sudden, which is super cool. Or we can set you up as panelists to invite you ahead of time. Either way, it's super simple. But it just helps us control the user experience, I guess, of the call, instead of being like, everyone's getting booted out, you know. That super sucks. Then for the coaches group, which is what I wanted to bring up today, which is so exciting, is we are unleashing Slack. So we're going to use Slack as our mode of communication, and that's really where we're going to post the call links. All this jazz will be in Slack, and it's basically just a communication app that allows us to have really streamlined communication, and for two specific reasons, in that we have the ability to tag conversations. So as you're commenting, you can comment on any and everything, and if you don't tag at everyone or at May Desmond or at Jill, we don't see those notifications. So you can have a straight up conversation, go on for days, talk about sunshine and blueberries and rocks or something, and it doesn't matter. So it's a really cool area where you can keep that like instant gratification, you know, good communication thread live. And that's the piece that I love about Google Hangouts, is being able to instantly say, hey guys, big announcement, check this out. Or like, look, here's a goofy photo of Drew and I, right? To keep you guys like in the process. Or like, hey, here's you know, a live video right now. We're in the office and we have a question for you guys. You know, do you think we should set it up like this or like that? So really good interaction. But it also allows us to set the notifications so that every time I do that, you're not getting blown up. So say it's not that important, I'm not always going to tag everybody, right? Say it's just something funny, you know, I'll post in there, and if someone's in there, great, they see it, but you won't get blown up on your phone, right? And then, you know, the great thing is you get notifications when you need to, and you don't when you don't need to, right? And you can just post a comment to Jill in there that, say, if someone else was browsing through there, they could see that comment and reply to it as well. So you guys have access to all that, so nobody misses out as well, right? Which is really, really helpful. So I'm going to screen share our team Slack, and you guys can see what that looks like. You'll be invited to that probably tomorrow morning, because I've got a couple things to wrap up on tonight. But that'll allow us to really streamline our current live coaching group, get your questions answered, and make it feel like you've got that instant, you know, if you guys need anything, it's in there. And you can obviously communicate with us really, really well. And then you won't also get blown up by anything. And then you can, you know, communicate all day if you want in there. So there is an app, and I invite you guys to download it. For the computer, there's a desktop version that's super cool. So you can download like the desktop version from the site as well. Excuse me. And it's just slack.com, SLAK.com. And I'll send you a special invite so you guys don't have to do it now, but maybe grab it on your phones in the meantime. It's tried and tested in that the FitLife team, as you can imagine, has tried like 1,000 different communication formats, and we came up with the same issues, right? If we did email, it was cumbersome. If we did Google Hangouts, it like destroyed our souls in that, you know, if one person went off on a tangent or like we're being chatty, then everyone would get blown up. But then if something really important got posted, everyone had muted their notifications, and then nobody saw it, right? So we had the exact same problems that that we've faced as a coaching group. And so this is a really good solution. Coach Jill and Paula and I use it to manage the coaching program, and then the entire FitLife team uses it as well. And I also use it to manage our call center in Austin, Texas. So I just have direct like chat communication with them. If they make a sale, if there's an issue, it's super fast and simple. And then tonight I'm going to walk you guys through the, or actually once you're in there, you'll see a quick screenshot on the settings that I'm going to have you set up. And it's just a notification settings that you'll change. And we'll try it on this week, okay? So there'll be a little bit of training in there, but it should be pretty streamlined. But imagine that as the chatting and communication kind of process for us to work in, okay? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up my app and show you guys a little tour. What kind of questions do you guys have? Sorry about the coaching program. I know that was neither here nor there, but it'll allow us to answer your questions as they come live with your clients throughout the week. So I want you guys to know, most importantly, you are super supported, okay? And hopefully it's become evident that the biggest thing that we want you to focus on is keeping your clients calm, because really the system's pretty simple, which is cool. And they're going to feel overwhelmed. You can tell them you were there too, but the good news is super simple, like we talked about on tonight's call. So this is kind of the fun part. But yeah, what do you guys got? What kind of questions came up as you guys were getting people set up?
So how soon should we follow up with our clients?
You know, what I would do is I would go ahead and just email out, and you can email them all together if you want to. You know, your group of clients, I would just say, hey, you know, and just always email that same group so they can be in the same email thread if you'd like. I would email them the replay link as soon as we've got it live. It takes a couple minutes to load. So as soon as the link's live, Jill, let's use Slack. We'll drop it in Slack. And you guys can copy and paste it into an email to them. And that's the best way to just say, hey, here's our live call tonight. And then otherwise, you know, I would just say, it's nice to do a check-in, you know. That's why I loved having more of the group feel, so you could communicate with your clients. Ideally, you know, once a day, just say, hey, checking in, you know, how's it going? Here's my juice today, whatever you want to say as a coach, but to motivate them. You know, imagine you were in that client seat. You know, what would you want to see from your coach? The very bare minimum would be just responding to their, you know, week 2 update, right? And a lot of coaching clients are going to feel a little bit left behind if that's the only communication. That is the minimal requirement, though, is that you as a coach are supporting them in the weekly updates as they submit those. So yeah, I would definitely say follow up with an email now, and then I think what we're missing is that medium to be able to communicate with your clients. So for now, do it via email if you can, if you're cool with that, and just shoot them the call replay and say, hey, you know, let me know how the kickoff of your week is. This is kind of our email chain until I can find you in the membership.
Hey,
Cool.
May.
Yeah.
I think because not everybody's got Slack downloaded, I'm going to drop it in the Google
No.
chat that we've been using this week. Yes.
No way. No. Dang it. Okay.
Give everybody a chance to download Slack.
Fine. You guys are lucky. Jill's so nice. I'm like, we're gonna make you work for it. Even though I haven't invited you guys, I'm like, yeah, just try to get it.
I have it on my phone, but nobody to add.
Well, now, okay, good. So now I'll send you an invite, and then Lynn, you can jump in there. So we have Teams in Slack. So you're gonna have like a URL login, and I'm just gonna send the invite to all of your coaching emails, and you can jump in there, log in with your email, and you'll see obviously the what's it called?
The group. But May, I need you to resend that to me because I have a different phone since we had the original one. Yes.
I'm gonna say no to everything. No. Okay, I'll email it to everyone. Actually, Jill, I'll have you probably email it to everyone.
Yes, just invite me back, and I'll invite everybody else.
That'd be huge. I have like so many emails for all you guys, even like your addresses, your emails. It's very confusing. Pamela, heck yeah. Can I drop the link to replay into our Facebook group? Can we drop the link into your Facebook group or our Facebook group?
I have a private group set up for my clients. Some of my clients are very internet technology challenged, but they can manage Facebook.
You're
So
like
I created a private secret group for them. You know, I did a little welcome video, me and my videos that they'll get so tired of.
No, they'll love them. That's awesome.
Yeah, but that's a place that I found after talking to each and every one of them that they all felt comfortable with. So I've been
that's perfect.
maintaining that. and is there a way I can take that video of the replay and just pop it in there?
Yeah, you'll just copy and paste the link in there. That's perfect. And the cool thing is, Pam, I love what you're doing because know that all the videos and stuff you make, think about them as reusable material. So one of the things that I found out by accident was in previously managing group coaching through Facebook was, 90% of the videos I made I could reuse. So for your next group, you can reuse a lot of that. So consider nixing some of the specifics in terms of stuff that couldn't be dual purposed and getting to really reuse those. Jill's probably laughing because she knows it's true. But we ended up reusing a lot of the content that we made because what's the point in redoing the exact same video, especially if it's video content? So start saving those as like, hey, here's my welcome stuff, and realize that template, what you're doing, is really what built our coaching program, legitimately. Like, the benefit of the portal is that it's done for you, right? But yeah, in your case, say you've got clients that are having technological problems or, aren't 20 years old or whatever, then yeah, you may end up dropping them custom videos and stuff. And we find that a lot with our demographic, and I'm not 100% sure what the solution for that is, but we find that, like, logging into a website's like climbing Mount Everest, and I don't know why. So do what you got it. But the cool thing is, if you're putting in extra time as a coach right now, that's all reusable and repurposable. I'm not sure that's a word, but yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, share all the content in there. Even the call registration links, I would grab that. So say you guys actually probably don't have that in the widget, huh? I can get you guys the call registration link if you'd rather.
Yeah, I need to email that to a couple of my clients today because they were confused how to get there. So I'll be just sending them that copy.
So the cool thing is this link will stay the same the entire program, which is really nifty. Okay, so
and we're working on some more education.
Yes. So Jill and I had a conversation about this. We saw kind of some holes for kind of the onboarding process, and this inevitably happens when we change platforms, partly because it's almost like the curse of, when like you're humming a song and you know the song, but the person listening does not know the song and they're never going to guess what you're humming at all. So you hear the rest of the song. It's kind of like that when you're designing or redesigning programs this way, because we're like, let's just scrap that, or oh, whatever, they know that. But it's only because we've designed it like 1,000 times. So we have, no idea of what, where the holes are until we push live and then see where the holes are. So Jill was on the phone a lot. As you guys see issues, please let us know through Slack, because it'll help us identify areas for optimization and like, okay, where's the missing link? I've got a big old laundry list of items we need to improve. Yes, Jill has your back. She definitely does. Thank goodness. A big laundry list of areas that we need to improve in there, one of which is getting our certification clients access. So those that are doing the coaching program still in Customer Hub, right? We got to get those suckers into the new, or not suckers, I don't know why I called them that. Those nice people into the new program, and get them access to that new program. The sooner we can move the certification over, we'll have both in there. So yes, there's a lot of areas for improvement and optimization. Biggest one for me right now, as far as priority, is going to be creating the community feel inside that group, because right now it's just not there. The comments, again, turned out not the way we anticipated. I was like, well, a huge thing's missing. I'm like, the interaction's not there, right? They can comment, but who gives a hoot, and who knows? Nobody knows. I mean, I get notifications because I'm an admin in the site, but you guys don't know as coaches, so you miss that like pivotal piece. Ideally, I want you to not have to feel like you need to create a Facebook group, Paula or Pam, right? Super cool. Okay, so that link I just dropped in on the side there, Pam, let me know if you see it, but that same one you're going to use every single week. So that updates automatically for the Monday call. Now, I know that we've got 2 links, right? So that's the Monday one, and here's the Tuesday one. If you guys need this at any time, in the next couple of days, we'll do like, we essentially need to do like a coach checklist. Jill and I talked about that. We'll make a coach checklist, and on there will be all the resources, imagining that you're literally running this program outside of the group. Excuse me. So we'll have the we'll have the coaching links.
May, is that the link for the call from tonight?
That is not the replay link. That's the registration link.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying, Cindy. That was a good question. Registration. That's the replay link, and this is the that's the registration link for Monday, and here's registration for Tuesday's call. Here, and those will always stay the same. So again, I'll give you guys a one sheet on this, okay? And I'll drop it under Coaches Resources, but that'll be really important for you guys. I'm realizing that. You guys need some information. So there's the 2 registration links, and then give me 2 seconds, and I'll see if that replay link's live. It may or may not be. But we do understand that it's going to be like super absolute, that there's going to be holes we need to fill with you guys. So please let us know. Let me try to pull up our YouTube account and see if our video's dropped in. It only takes a couple of minutes, as you guys know. And I'll get you guys the replay link now, and you can begin drafting up those emails to your clients. The videos.
It may be in my account, May.
Oh, I think it is. I'm like, it's not here.
Because I started the call.
Oh, yeah, it's in your account. Cool.
So, who wants the link? No.
See, now Jill's being mean. You have it. It's like, I can't get it. Okay.
I'll get it. One sec.
Okay, and real quick, I'm going to give you guys a quick walkthrough of Slack, okay? You'll get a preview of what the FitLife team's communication thread looks like. I hope it's not revealing in any horrible way. I'm kidding. There's only cool stuff in there, obviously. Okay, so this is this is the desktop app. The phone app looks the exact same. So in here, you can do direct messages to people. So for instance, can you guys see my screen? Can you see Slack? Hello?
Yes, May does. May.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So all of us will be in here, and as we certified coaches, one of the big perks is going to be getting access to this. And what this looks like is you can do direct messages, like you can actually just go back and forth with one person or a group of people or whatever in here. But the general thread is going to be all of us. So any updates. What's nifty is when you comment in here, there's 2 primary things that you would do. At everyone notifies everyone. So this will literally be like announcement kind of thing. At anyone's name, so say it's at say I'm going to send something to Cherie. I can just do at Cherie, and Cherie is the only one that gets notified of this. Say I want to do several, so say it was like at Cherie and Jill. I can do that, and this message only goes to them. Now, when I say that, or when I send this, it notifies those 2, but it of course goes live on this full thread. So say you haven't logged into Slack in a little bit, and you haven't been getting notifications. I guarantee if you log in, you'd see a bunch of notifications, or not notifications, but a bunch of posts, right? So you can log in here and just scroll up and see all the posts. So for like all this stuff, because it was somebody else getting notified, I would not see these posts, right? It wouldn't. Obviously, I would see them, but it wouldn't notify my phone, right? Which is great. But then when I did log in, I could go up there and take a peek and look over all this stuff, which is great. You can go back in, and for photos, you can add comments and tag people in it that need to see this or whatnot. So it allows us to have the ability to go back and comment even on comments, which is great. You can send a link to a comment too if you're trying to help out a fellow coach, yada yada. And then we can make separate channels for separate things. So we'd have a separate thread for this group, coaching group. Obviously, as we start out, we're just going to keep it super simple and have it so that it's just all the general thread. And as we get a little more complex and cooler, we'll build it out. Okay? So that's kind of the basic rundown. Is at everyone notifies the whole channel. You can see right away that if you click on here and you click at, it'll normally give you the rundown. So you'll see channel notifies everyone in this particular general channel. And this happens to be everyone, but say I was in SPS, right? This is a specific channel that if I clicked at channel, only those that are in the channel would see it, right? So the primary ones we're going to use together are going to be at everyone. which is like an announcement, right, at everyone. And typically, I guarantee it's going to be like Jill or I, or maybe Paula, that use that feature. For the most part, you guys will be posting, back and forth, right, to each other. And if you're both live in there, you don't necessarily have to add each other unless you want to make sure they absolutely saw it and you're not positive they will. Then, of course, at that person's name. Or you're going to say everyone here, so at here, which is just everyone that's live in the channel currently, which is great. Or just their name, right? So super, super simple. That's it.
So please no at everyone general chatting.
Yeah. Don't add everyone that you saw a cool like cloud or something. I'll come over there and I'll slap you. I'm kidding, but only a little bit kidding.
No, she's not.
I had to yell at the FitLife team a whole lot as we first got in here. I was like, "What are you thinking?" So notification preferences, really big. It's the same preferences you're gonna do on your phone too. Okay. So in this one, because I'm totally OCD, I have activity of any kind. Partly because I was just getting it set up for the team, and I wanted to make sure we were using it right and make sure nobody got negative reinforcement to stop using it because they didn't get instantly replied. So I have activity for any kind. What I want you guys to do is have mentions of my name or highlighted words, okay? And you don't actually have to have highlighted words, but just say mentions of my name, okay? Mobile push notifications, mentions of my name. Super, super important. You can suppress everyone notifications if you guys want. I wouldn't do that, though. That's going to be like company announcements, team announcements, because officially you guys are the coaching team, which is so exciting. We're building that out with you guys, and I really want to have kind of the pulse and heartbeat of it be better communication, okay? So have these two features highlighted in your phone and also on your desktop app. And I know we're in the last minute, so I'm going to set you guys free here in a second, but this will allow us to get future and ongoing questions answered in a very timely manner and organized manner. So I'm pumped. I would say download the app and download the desktop version too. It's simple. You don't have to download the desktop version, but I like it. It's just easier, and you'll see it on the main homepage too. And I think once you open it on your phone, it'll remind you. If you go slack.com and log in, it'll remind you that, of course, they'll hassle the heck out of you to download the desktop version, of course. So that's it. Cool. All right, so you'll see an invite in your inbox tomorrow. If you guys don't see that, please let me know, and we'll go back and forth in there, kind of getting everyone into it. And I really enjoy it. So, and I promise I'm not like a Slack Nazi or anything. I really do enjoy it. So please don't be worried about posting in there. It's designed to give you guys a really, really on-point format to communicate. So have at it, talk about whatever you guys want, and I won't be bothered. And then you can at me if you need something, at Jill if you need something, at Paula, at Penny, at anybody, which is really cool. At everyone if you have a big announcement too. It's really okay. And we'll talk about, honing in on how we want to use it. And we'll be posting in the call links, everything in there, okay? So transitioning everybody over. Cool deal. I know we're at that minute marker, Jill. I'm watching the clock, shockingly.
No, we're done.
We're done. All right. Thank you guys. Looking forward to this week. It's going to be a big week, and communication is going to move into Slack, and we'll be on point, jumping in there and working with you guys, okay? Lots of optimization to do, so help me prioritize. Thank you, guys. Bye.